Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been away for ages, I know. I hope everyone is doing okay, especially with what's going on at the moment in the world. I just wanted to come back and do a quick tutorial, very quick tutorial on how to make face masks, which I feel is very relevant, especially at this time. So here I've got some fat quarter I got from Aldi. Yes, Aldi. It was only $3.95. So basically you're gonna need some cotton fabric and elastic, and this is a sewing machine tutorial, so you're going to need a sewing machine. And here is the pattern that I've managed to create for you guys. The link is down below, so just print out that pattern, but make sure you print it out on 100%. And you know that little box at the top there that says 1 by 1 inch, take your ruler and make sure that's an inch, just to make sure that the pattern is the right size. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let's get to it. So you're gonna have to cut 2 pieces of the main fabric, which I've done here, and 2 pieces of the lining fabric. Basically you can use the same fabric for the inner and the outer, but here I've just decided just to use a different color for the lining. So I just take my sewing machine and I sew the 2 pieces together, the outer fabric, and I do the same for the lining fabric as shown here. You use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Sorry, I forgot to say, using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And there you have it, the 2 pieces are joined together. So you take a right size together, put the fabric and the lining together, pin them together, and you're going to sew right at the top, across right at the top there, and right at the bottom. So here we go, I'm back on my sewing machine and just sewing the 2 pieces together. Just being using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Don't forget a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And when you get right to the top of the corner there, just lift your foot and turn the fabric, and then carry on sewing, just so that you get a nice corner right at the top there. You know, that's the space that covers your nose. So once I've done the top, I'm going to sew right at the bottom again. So here I'll just turn over the mask, making sure that you get the corners as well. Right there, just push the corners out, make sure your corners are nice and crisp. So once you've turned out your mask, you're going to give it a nice press with the iron, just make sure the edges are nice and laid down. So I've ironed the mask, and basically, as you can see at the ends, I've turned it a 1/4 inch, just ironed with my iron, just turn it in. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the channels for the elastic to go through. So on my sewing machine, I'm going to flip it over once again, pin it down as shown here, and I'm just going to go back to my sewing machine and sew down just right at the edge to make those channels. So I'm doing the exact same thing on the other side. Once you've done that, you take your elastic, and using a safety pin, we're just going to push through the elastic through those channels as shown, starting at the bottom of the mask. The bottom end of the mask is pushed through the elastic using your safety pin. Making sure that everything is nice and straight, and do the exact same thing on the other side. To get the perfect fit, I suggest you measure from ear to ear on the back of your head and times that measurement by 2. I got 12 inches for mine, so 12 times 2 is 24, take away 2 is 22. So for a comfortable fit, my size will be 22 inches for the elastic. Now we're just going to make sure that everything is just laid down nice and straight, making sure the elastic is all facing the same way. And you know what to do next. Basically, we're just going to take our elastic and join it at the ends there using the sewing machine. So here you have it, easy peasy face mask. Takes you less than 10 minutes to make. Very minimal fabric required, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and look out for some more videos from me in the future, and hope to see you soon. Take care, bye.